known and I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Mr. Shane means you're grand. Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. Means you're the Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Mr. Shane means you're grand. Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty. I'm Maxine. And I'm Laverne.
I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Mr. Shane, so kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. I say that you will understand.
All right, welcome everyone to the Swiss Esports League fall season powered by Brack.ch. My name is Remo, and as always, I'm joined by the beautiful Kairos. Good evening,
Hey, good evening. Long time no see.
Monsieur. Yeah, that's true. You've not been here all too much, honestly, the past few match
very,
days.
very busy. True.
Yeah, busy man. Today, we're going up with Washed Up against Shanghai Masters. Both teams still very much fighting for a playoff spot. yeah, so I guess we can expect a really close game, actually.
It's quite possible. Yeah. Considering the lineups, could be a very interesting one as well.
Yeah.
A very entertaining one. But in all honesty, I would not exactly know what I could, for example, expect from Washed Up. Team play wise, I guess on both teams we won't be going too deep in the strat book, but keep it quick and casual, sort of, I guess, is going to work fine for me tonight.
Yeah, very much agree with you. We do already have the map vetoes, actually. We will be seeing Nuke picked by Shanghai Masters and Dust 2, which is being picked by Washed Up. And honestly, on the side of Washed Up, not too much of a surprise. I like the pick of Nuke, though, from Shanghai Masters.
Really, really happy about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, every time we see anything different than Dust 2 or Mirage, I guess, at this point, I'm really happy about it. And Nuke, especially, since it always gives me that kind of a feeling that a team is prepared somewhat on Nuke if they actually go for the pick.
Yeah.
And therefore, I'm super happy to see a well-prepared Shanghai Masters here on Nuke tonight. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Washed Up is going to cope with it. Whether or not they are trying to play a very defaulty style and hope to simply win the aim duels, or whether they actually try to go for gimmicky plays, aggressive peaks, information plays, and whatnot to try and gain the advantage that they might not have, like from the get-go.
Yeah. Well, they actually, all right, Washed Up actually do have Duty in their lineup, so he's been calling for my insanity. Not sure if he's taking something with him back from those days and just brings it into this kind of like mixed up lineup. Rulon is also playing with him, so he knows how they played. Compe as well. So there could be possibilities that they actually go for something like they did at my insanity back then, and just build upon it. And I'm pretty sure player like Boro could fit in pretty well without like needing to tell him what exactly to do. So
Sure.
there's a possibility, but I guess we just kind of like expect it to be a really good mixed team per default, so to say.
Yes, but I guess the focus is on a really good part, because when it comes down to mixed teams, this one is a pretty decent one, especially considering how much they've played in a team environment and for how long.
Yeah.
So they are absolutely no stranger to strategically well set up team play.
Yeah.
And that actually gives me decent enough hope to expect a solid game here between those two teams.
Yes, I do agree with you. Guys, real quick, I want to go through something very important actually. We do have the Brock Gaming product of the month. You will also be able to see it down in the streaming sections. Make sure to check it out on brock.ch. It looks fantastic actually. I would actually love to possess such a thing. You'll be able to get it on brock.ch, and I also think there's a special prize on it, so make sure to actually check that one out because pretty sure it's a monster when it comes to gaming. Also, guys, you won't be able to buy any graphic cards, and this guy comes with one equipped. So if you're looking for a new rig, that's the one to go, definitely. Pretty sure Kairos would take it as well.
No doubt. No doubt about it. I would take it in a heartbeat if I could.
If you could. All right.
Yes.
I agree with that one. Good. The team's already on the server. Not sure if how it's going. They're actually live, so let's jump right into it. And there we go. Shanghai Masters against Washed Up. Yeah.
And to no surprise, Washed Up starting on the CT side here. I guess if you do have the pick of sides, you most likely will go for the CT side, especially if you're what we would presume to be the underdog team, Boro, with a nice opening a couple of racks here, together with Duty. Pretty much straight away deals with the push onto the A side. That looked incredibly calm from Washed Up and very controlled.
Yeah, I agree with you very much. Boro with 4 kills, actually. A very important run from him on top of the hut inside A. And no real chance, really, for Shanghai Masters to take anything during that round. And instantly going for the Deagle and Scout buy, which I actually do like. Especially on Nuke, where you can kind of like work with those Deagles, get a couple of long-range duels, and maybe be lucky against an SMG.
Yeah,
but
not only that, but bloody hell. Nice
Duty
scout
says
goal.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering starting on the T side of Nuke, obviously you want to get into the thick of things as soon as possible and rack up those numbers on the rounds. And therefore, Shanghai Masters really can't sit back for too long.
China's able to get 1, but that's really all they've been getting this round so far. Compe just waiting for him to peek. There we go. Gets the kill and a clean, more or less clean 2-0 for Washed Up.
Yeah, decently enough clean, I guess. Only one player died on the CT side, so all nice and dandy there. Shanghai Masters now, obviously forced onto a pistol round, trying their luck with 2 Eagles.
Oh,
As we see, a bit of a whiff Molotov, corrected by Rulondo. Soon enough, Canoe. First outside frag found. Second player gets pressure, but Panini can actually bail him out.
Duty gets another one outside. But Neox actually has the M4, and I guess it's time to let him just work with it. 3 versus 3, actually. Considering this has only been pistols. Not all too bad for Shanghai Masters.
No, not at all considered impact with that M4 frag outside. That opens up quite a lot of space between the CTs as Compe finally takes him down.
Boro. It's the first one. Through that little corner.
It's challenged again and good hits found.
Oh. Rulon was too quick. That plant would have been so nice for Shanghai Masters. Was still a good round though, taking out 3 weapons. And now it's time for the full buy, actually. And I guess this will be the first time they will be able to challenge Washed Up.
Would certainly hope so. At least they can't blame it on the equipment. Nice. Reposition here, close to the smoke, just to keep an eye on it. Making sure nobody actually crosses to its vent, but Benini finds a good frag onto Compe.
What a frag there. That was so important for Benini. Not sure if he had any clues that Compe is actually staying there. Maybe some shots through the smoke. And a very slow round, to be honest. Both teams just kind of like waiting for any mistakes, but they're not really happening right now.
Retake starts to be looking very imminent. Flash into Squeaky, not gonna work out too well. Rulon dies to the AK. And with that, we do see the terrorists setting up to go downstairs to the B side.
Yeah, Wisik is already down there waiting. Gets an easy one on Canoe, and that's the B-bomb side open. Neox with good awareness gets Boro as well, and now it's just Duty left. With the op. Not all too much he can do. And look at that, Shanghai Masters not losing a single player in this round.
That's what you call clean.
Yeah. Question is if they will be able to actually find Duty. There the hunt begins. They're just waiting
Yeah,
inside city spawn. And they know.
Straight up beelining
Yeah.
it towards his position. Might get saved by the clock, but it is going to be close.
Good flash. Dude, he actually gets 2. Might even get a 3rd one here. Not quite yet. Actually takes down 3 guys and...
That was an expensive hunt.
Yeah.
Losing 3 players, that's at least 1 too many, if you ask me.
Yeah, they kind of went in one by one. So that was an easy one for Duty, actually.
Full spy behind the AWP.
Good decision.
A bit of a rough one, but absolutely valid. As the Shanghai Master starts to work towards outside.
Ooh,
Duty
2
struggling
HP.
to connect.
Oh, Canoe with a good timing. And together with Duty, they actually get 2 picks outside. Wisek, he does get 1, but... Oh, Rulon.
My goodness.
That
Also
was
double kill by
crisp,
Rulon.
clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance for Shanghai Masters on this A side. Rulon just stops it all by
And with
himself.
the FAMAS of all weapons.
Yeah. There we go. Canoe gets Bernini, and with that, and due to the fact they lost 3 players before to that op, they're actually back on an eco and washed up slowly but steadily, kind of setting the ground on the CT side there.
Yeah, you almost have to hammer it down a bit, because had they not lost 3 players before, good first find by Compe, Rulon doubles down, takes another one. And Compe with the 3rd one, that's the round pretty much done and dusted. The ball has been dropped. Bit of a team tag going on there.
Is the only one left. Might be able to drop down, but he does not have the bomb, so... No real reason to do
Yeah,
so.
all he can really hope for is to do a little bit of more economic damage, maybe taking down 1 or 2 players here. Even saving is going to be a bit of an ask.
Yeah, might probably wants to die as well. For that money bonus. Oh, actually gets the op. And that's actually quite valuable already. Gets another player, and Wisek now on a task to
2
actually clutch
seconds
this one.
back.
He does have a
30
smoke
seconds
as well.
remaining. At this point, picking up the AWP and just hightailing out of there. Probably wouldn't be too bad of an idea, but Duty spots his leg behind the smoke and gets him in the end.
Nice frag. Once again. 4 players after the round has kind of been decided and still losing 2. Guess both teams aren't really a fan of banking money so far. Neox, good fast frag. Oh, and Wisek actually doubles on Boro. That leaves Rulon on lone, but Rulon, even though he's full flashed, gets 1, gets a second one. Nearly
Almost
finds
ready for it.
Bernini as well. Compe is here.
Too late, but there for the trade. And even smokes him off. But goes down. Neox with the clutch. And Compe almost made me believe there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Strange situation now for Washed Up. They do go for the force, but Canoe just with a deagle, Boro with an MP, and Duty once again with that scout. Let's see if they can actually make this happen. Oh, once again, Wisek with the entry towards ramp this time. Rulon here with the op as well. Finds the first one. And Boro finds Wisek. So, good double team there on the A ramps.
Yeah, no doubt. And Bernini low as well. So, not only man advantage, but health advantage as well as Rulon whiffs a odd shot. Canudo with the deagle. Actually, against. Oh my goodness, that could have been brilliant. Against the AWP, he was almost the favorite in that fight.
It's an easy one for Bernini. Bomb not down yet. 2v2. There he goes. Oh. Rulon. I think Rulon was asking himself if he should actually push that smoke. Decided not to. And now the bomb is down. Duty with an AK now was able to salvage that scout for one.
Coming in through heaven. Bernini finds Rulon, and Nax will take care of the CT in heaven. Duty falls as the last man. And that's going to be the third round for the Shanghai Masters. Starting to find a bit of a footing here on our first map tonight.
Yeah, more or less brings down washed up to a full eco. We do see a cheeky Zeus on Compe, so I want to see him do something with that.
Hopes for a ramp push eventually. So far, only DD finding action outside. Couple of pot shots to his silo with the USP. Not much to be had there.
It's a good first one, but Canoe gets him through the door. Pina, though.
Canoe was so willing to risk everything for the AK. Just barrels in there. Obviously the T's ready. So is Niox outside. And with that, Rulon and Duty. Last two standing, and most likely not going to see action until after the bomb plant. Because no one's really close to the A side.
Rulon might be able to do something with that eagle. Duty gets taken out. And I guess, yeah, he's now going for that hunt. What a headshot from Rulon, actually. Now that Op definitely needs guard. Do not want to give that one for free. Shows himself. This time, Skymanor gets the frag and brings Shanghai Masters one round closer to those 5 of washed up. And so far, pretty close. Pretty sure Shanghai Masters is very happy with that result so far on the T side.
Sure. Especially at that point, almost everything looks to be going their way. So another with the first frag outside, gets somewhat traded, at least body count wise. And
Good
Canoe once
frags.
again ready outside to collect heads. Send SM go down.
Yeah, 4v2 now. And if Compe does not lose that duel, well, actually it doesn't matter if he wins or loses it. That's the round, pretty sure. Bomb is outside. Gino finds
Yeah.
Compe,
Canoe.
but...
How badly do you want that ace at this point?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he would take it. Without a
Who
doubt.
would know that, but how much are you going to risk for it? For now, the CT is happy to lock down the bomb. Can't really argue with that. 3v1. Might as well play it safe, and as long as you keep 3 players alive, you are still able to build up some economy. Albeit not too much. After all, Compe, Rulon. Well, basically the whole CT team. Struggling for cash.
Yeah, they do not want to lose those weapons. China doesn't want to lose his AK as well. And I'm not sure if Shanghai Masters is aware of the economic situation right now from Washed Up. If they were, they might even go for a force behind that AK, because we have Skymanor with a little bit of money to buy up.
Exactly, yeah. At least the Eagles.
Yeah.
They're not going to go all in, but the 3 Eagles might be almost enough to challenge Washed Up here. Good aggressive move there by Canoe. He's going to move up fast through the yard. After T's are gathering up. Closing in on Compe. Currently sole defender of the ramp. Well equipped with an AK in hand. Pop flash goes out.
Push ramp comes in, but Boro is ready to take out the first one.
Was that a CT Molotov or a T Molotov?
I think it was a T1. Not sure though.
Weird peek then by the bomb carrier. Super aggressive. And a very awkward situation.
Wait a sec.
As Boro tries to sneak out as close as possible. Finds Vizek as well. Yeah, solid play, good defense there. So it's ramp, good rotation by Boro coming in from heaven. Washed Up looking very solid here.
Yeah, I do agree. 7 rounds on the CT side. If you kind of want to go into the T side with around 9 to 10 rounds. And they're looking good to actually reach that kind of threshold, so to speak. Canoe once again.
Canoe.
He's so good outside.
And he's super proactive. I really like that.
Yeah.
He does test him time and time again. And as long as it keeps working, we most likely won't see him. Oh, he just popped that one. Easiest frag ever onto Izek.
He's just making it work. There's no chance for Shanghai Monsters outside so far.
Yeah, they need to deal with him.
Yeah.
Pretty much immediately. They need to shut down those pushes. Compe, the off angle at least pays off for a 1v1 trade. Duty with the second one. That leaves Niox last man standing with the AWP.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Shanghai Masters ever had outside control so far.
They certainly did have control over it once or twice, but I'm not entirely sure whether it was early in the round or just after the halfway point, basically.
As kind of like after the
After
round.
the round started to develop, yeah. So there's no doubt about it. They really need to deal with Canoe's aggressive moves there.
Oh, what a no scope!
Okay.
Straight into the face, yeah. Focus. Oh, I love that from Rulon actually. Not sure if this was intentional. Looked like he kind of like wanted to fake that he's diffusing on the edge of the smoke. Ah. Smart.
Wouldn't put it past him. Washed Up leading 8-4 over the Shanghai Masters. As of right now, first map nuke picked by the Shanghai Masters. So far, probably not quite going the way they planned.
Oh, it kind of depends how Washed Up will go on the T side, honestly.
Yeah, and almost more so how solid the Shanghai Masters defenses are.
It's an absolute disaster right now. Do you know if the team kill? And everyone else just kind of drops down. Rulon and Boro finish it up. 9 for Washed Up. Yeah. Now we can speak about a good half actually for Washed Up with 9 to 10 rounds.
Certainly, the good half is
Yeah.
already in the bag. Might still start to develop towards a great half. Imagine they should still go up to 11, which would certainly put quite some pressure on the Shanghai Masters because they don't really have any room for errors. Should it come to that. Good pick by Niox. Creeping close there with the AWP. Is rewarded with a frag. And this time around, terrorists actually do try and control outside.
Yeah,
As
Canoe's
Canoe is
waiting.
playing much more defensively in A main. Does gather quite some information though. Pop flash comes from Compe. Peek from Rulon. Spots the second one. Takes him down as well. That's Bernini gone in. Just like that, outside. And yard control is in the hands of the CTs. Again, quite firmly. The last two remaining terrorists start making their way onto the A site, I believe. They are in hot, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Compass waiting already. Nix gets one, but... Ooh, actually gets two.
Okay. Now it's getting interesting. Rulon close in A main. If he peeks... Oh, wow, okay.
Alright.
Now it's almost train on him. Could have gone south very quickly.
That somehow never works when I do it.
Gotta be really, really fast with your aim. Go for a peek like that against an AWP.
Oh, well, he is. I'm not. Guess that's the reason why.
Simple as that.
And again, Shanghai Masters going for a force. We see two Mac-10s and Rulon actually somehow finds two.
Pulls not really surprising after all it is the last round, so they need to throw everything they have in there. Compared to the 2v3 now in an after plan situation. Compared to spotted. One player going too hard. Swings out, takes down Monini, but it's instantly traded by Vizek. Nice, and Vizek now. Only duty to find. That's surprising peak.
Oh, there we go.
Can't find Vizek in time, and we will end on a 10-5 scoreline. Washed Up leading against Shanghai Masters on Nuke. And so far, I have to say, I'm quite pleased with what we do see from Washed Up.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Not entirely sure about what Shanghai Masters actually is sort of expecting from this map. T-side so far hasn't really been quite there yet, I'd say, carefully.
Yeah, it's once again a factor, or like once again the pistol round will be a big factor to decide where this match will go. If Washed Up take the pistol round, that's a huge advantage for them. And Boro starts off the fragging against Wisek. Easy one for him.
Paris still quite spread out. Start to fall back towards lobby. Pop flash goes through from Duty. Bernini still sitting close to the vent as he loses Niox. Up against two players.
Oh my lord.
And the duelists, they do their job. Canoe and Goro still alive. Goro finds one. Leaves us in a 1v1. Canoe up against China.
China needs to defuse the bomb, yeah.
Certainly, yeah, with the upper hand. Here's China reload. Swings out wide. Goes for the duel and wins it.
Very important round for Washed Up, actually. Immediately go up with AKs, and Shanghai Masters also going in with a force buy. Now, if they were to lose that one, it's gonna be so damn close to actually take this one back.
Yeah, it's quite a massive gamble here. Going for the instant full buy. It's not looking terrible. 1-for-1 trade, that's decent enough. Certainly okay-ish for the Shanghai Masters, but then again, weapon cannot be retrieved, so they're still sitting on 2 Eagles and MP9 in the Scout. But a lot of damage done to washed up. So these Eagles can be incredibly effective against basically everyone on the T side.
That is very true. Combined with that Scout, makes it even more deadly. Bernini actually able to salvage that AK. I have no idea why they didn't take it with him.
They threw it away.
I mean, Duty was outside as well, or Canoe. Someone had just Mac 10 outside. Not sure why they didn't pick it up.
Couldn't really tell you, but it might not matter anyway. Because Tootie is on cleanup duty. Combat jumps in the fray, takes one with him. Anthony last man standing. AK. About time to get out of dodge. With a little bit of luck, finds Canoe. Knife out. And yeah, if they can keep him close by, he's gonna die and lose
Cop
that
is so
AK.
cheeky.
So, yeah,
Misses
that's
the
gonna
shot.
do it.
Yeah.
Combat definitely willing to trade an MP9 for an AK. Lost on the CT side, so that's all fair and nice. Washed up going up 12-5 in Shanghai Masters once again, as we said before. On pistols, they do not leave themselves a lot of room here.
Yeah, given they lose that round, and it looks like... Oh, actually, never mind. Bernini gets 2. Bernini gets more, gets a 3rd one as well. Now it's just Duty left, but Duty actually clutches it.
Way too close for comfort.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a round by Bernini. 3 frags found in quick succession. Still not quite enough.
Well, at least containing the money on the CT side.
That is true.
Pretty fast A pushes with that nade and smoke, but no one really walking out so far. Niox gets Boro.
First man. Too full. Boro was scouting towards ramp, and obviously Niox relaying the information that not really much else is happening towards ramp. So SM most likely not gonna be seeing too much action in the remainder of the half, at least not towards ramp.
4v5 still. Slow approach from washed up. Now they're going... trying to secure some outside control, but... It's just 50
is actually
seconds
pretty
left.
decently set up to deal with that. After all, the AWP should spot them in time. What? Never mind. Will fall. The AWP does its job. Second one. Not quite found.
Yeah, and Rulon gets the frag.
Is victorious. Bernini, though, finds another one on the A side. Still a bit of an awkward situation. Vizek prime position to deal with the 33 main and finds the second one as well. That's going to be Duty's end. And Shanghai Masters finally with a round on their CT side.
Yeah, and also immediately sending washed up into a 4 spy, looks like. Or is it just comp? Looks like it's just
Quick
comp.
question. Is that a bug, or are 2 players of the Shanghai Masters sitting on 3 and 4 kills?
I don't think that's a bug. Honestly.
Okay then. Well, at least Trina manages to add 1 to the tally.
Oh, Rulon, what a headshot by him. Doesn't picks up the bomb 4v4. No weapon secured though, Boro. It's taken out by Niox.
Takes just a split second too long to line up the shot. Compe more successful. But Bernini swings out from main, secures the bomb. And neither Canoe or Compe are too close. Compe making his way up through Secret. I wonder whether CTs will have him on the radar soon enough. Good find by Bernini. That pretty much should seal the deal.
Yeah, Compe might try to get some weapons or remove some weapons from the CTs, but wait, okay.
Okay, spots the second one in garage as well.
Yeah.
Decent duck away.
If he's able to get that frag, there's a possibility for him to actually win that round. He goes down.
16 seconds left. 11 seconds left. Visek just gave up his position. Oh, okay. And Copper actually goes for the stick. That's going to be another pistol round here coming up for washed up.
Yeah, but not too much they need to worry about. Still 6 rounds lead. Woody with a single smoke that goes outside, I think. Kind of like protecting everyone rushing through silo. And Sheena has a beautiful position, gets 2, gets a third one. Gets not a fourth one. Duty actually making sure to take him out. And now Rulon finds Niox as well. But Wisek looks like he's coming in to close that round off.
Rulon might be ready though.
Yeah, he is. Oh my lord. 2v2 all of a sudden. Guy Minner and Bernini left.
And Bernini with that shot. Certainly just alerted Duty.
Oh, and Duty might find the timing. He hears the drop.
That's godlike timing, yeah. He knows exactly how to play that. Drops down onto the A side.
Easy plant for him, and Rulon is still lurking around with that M4 as well, so...
Yeah, with 2 players, they should easily be able to secure that round.
I think
Rulon
Duty even hurts
rotating
Guy Manor
through
right
heaven.
now.
This is pretty much an impossible situation. Tries to split them, tries to find a one-on-one, but they do call his bluff. Rulon not gonna peek, neither is Sheena.
Easy frag.
Duty, obviously. My bad. And yeah, that's an unexpected but very nicely played out round by Washed Up to secure the 14th one.
Time and time again I wonder how Rulon does this. Such good awareness. Takes out the player from Secret. And basically wins him the round. Yeah. Outside rush.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's unfortunate. That did not go as planned.
Yeah, 2 players were low, Rulon and Boro, but each of them was still able to take at least 1 frag, and with that, it is China left with a scout. He has been spotted as well, and Canoe takes the frag. Up we go, 8 map rounds now for Washed Up. And the buy is not looking all too good as well.
Not really. Is Rulon actually just eagling here?
Yeah.
Alright then. I guess it has been working quite easily so far. So
Well, that's true.
can't blame him too much, Boro. On watch outside. Takes down China. Niox somewhat pressured to find some information. Good kill onto Canoe. That alleviates a little bit of pressure. But the T's should realize that K-bomb side, most likely, fairly weak for a moment at least. Molotov finds his mark, Bedini goes down, Niox still on site. good for 2 kills. That's not too shabby. And Rulon will be bested by Vizek. So Shanghai Masters, they will stay alive. For 1 or 2 more rounds. At least.
Rulon going for the op right now. Everyone else is able to buy up. Not all too much utility, so I guess it will be a fast one. Push through the doors. Rulon gets the first one. Yeah. Very important.
A lovely opening.
And
the CTs instantly with the reaction. They do push from ramp, but everywhere the T's are holding. They are ready for a re-aggression. Rulon even making it 2. And it is starting to look dire for the Shanghai Masters. 2-man advantage, make that a 3-man advantage only. As China left standing, at least good for 1 kill onto Canoe, but the terrorists starting to circumnavigate them quite decently. Onto the B side we go. Bomb plant is imminent and CTs will need to play this to perfection.
Manor gets one at least.
Somehow he actually stays alive.
Continues
Even
to
finding
fight.
a second kill, that's incredible.
And that's so important. 2v2 right now. This is doable. Rulon though sees that barrel. China is close. Gets the refrag. Duty though is ready for that one as well. And with that, Washed Up actually takes the first map against Shanghai Masters. On their map pick as well.
Yeah, and that's not really too good news for the Shanghai Masters. I did really believe in the nuke pick. I was hoping to see a bit of a more equal game, I guess.
Yeah.
If not even a slight power play for the Shanghai Masters on nuke. And that leaves me to just, hope that the washed up team won't just steamroll them on Dust 2, which is obviously much more puggy map and better suited, I guess, for their playstyle in general. And their team constellation, if you so will.
Yeah, very much agree with you, especially with the way Rulon is playing right now. He's been picking him apart left and right so far. And I wouldn't want to go up against him on Dust 2 right now because he seems to be pretty good in form today. So it's going to be hard.
Not only that, but together with the fact that as well, Sky
Manor?
Sky Manor, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was struggling for the name of it. Sky Manor, as well as Chino, actually, were not looking on fire on nuke.
Yeah.
And that's probably putting it quite mildly.
Yeah.
It was not a bug indeed. Actually, they did finish, I believe, somewhere in the mid single digits when it comes to the KD. So yeah, it's a bit of a struggle there, and obviously we'll be hoping that they can turn up on the second map tonight.
I agree very much with you. Before that one starts, though, we will go into a short little break. So make sure to grab some coffee. And we will be right back with the second map. That will be DE Dust 2. So see you in a bit.
white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes.
Welcome back. We're looking forward to the second match of today's matchup between Washed Up and Shanghai Masters. Washed Up winning the E-Nuke, Shanghai Masters pick, and now going up on to Dust 2. Rulon is looking on fire, so what can go wrong on Dust 2, really?
Yeah, Dust 2, solid Rulon performance, AWP galore. It's gonna be a rough one for the Shanghai Masters. Fast push onto B side is what we're opening up with. First frag found. But good defense so far. They make it a 2v2 trade. Vizek already in the middle of side finds Canoe. And instantly trained on duty. Takes him off as well. Taking a car, last man coming through tunnels. Will be dealt with immediately as well. Really cool move there by Vizek.
Good first round. I will quickly see and look if I can actually fix that overlay to make it right.
You do that as we go into round number 2. Pulls up by Washed Up. Her knee, showing us some patience. Was hoping to find maybe more than just Boro. I guess one frag is decent enough for now.
Yeah, able to call for his teammates as well. No one is long as Washed Up decides to push out middle. It is a 2-2 setup though, or a 2-3 setup rather. So it's gonna be very hard for Washed Up to actually do anything really.
2 CTs though have been pulled into their spawn. Just to make sure they have a solid lock on middle. As Rulon swings out, is ready, but only getting a tag onto Vizek. That comes through, swings with it, finds first one, easy second one. And together with Niox, they will deal with every single terrorist flooding out mid.
Yeah, also not losing a single player, so able to keep hold of those SMGs and even two M4s as well as a FAMAS. Which is very important actually, since Washed Up will go for another eco round, so there's still time to either upgrade or
My good, what a frag.
being forced
Compe
to upgrade by Compe.
down mid. Gets tagged by the scout. Or at least put some pressure onto the CTs. Vizek standing very close to Rulon. As Niox goes for the fight up mid and deals with 3. Just like that. Third round pretty much secured for the Shanghai Masters already. Duty wild spray. Actually connecting onto Niox. Enough bullets hit to take him down.
Rulon might find an opening here. Yeah, that's way too easy. Wisek just runs straight into him.
Instant tag. Bruno needs to hope.
What?
Okay, good. Good tag team play there. Easy for SM. Takes down Rulon. And the second one as well, Duty falls. The bomb is going to be defused, but in that situation, I guess a bomb plant is pretty much all the Wash Up could have hoped for.
I'm still a bit confused, honestly, how Rulon was able to get 2 frags that easy on long, but...
Well, Duty was making his way up short, so there was some urgency to keep an eye on short, but I guess then again, it's a bit of a freebie in the end after all. As we go into first buy round for the terrorists, flashes over the top of long. But the advance is halted and Oro, at least I guess a trade onto Vizek, but damage has already been done. And just like that, Compa falls as well, Boro. Only person alive for the terrorist team, and that's one way to deal with a buy round for the T's. You just hold them off with 3 players on long, 1 pushes up short, middle. Just like that, you do have round in the back. Nice move there from Niox on top of the crate. Finds the last man. So far, Shanghai Masters, definitely looking better in shape here on Dust 2. But then again, Washed Up really only had 1 round, and this round lasted for a whole 15 seconds. Roughly. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but you know.
Know what you mean.
I'm painting a picture here.
You did it pretty well. Fast rush now coming in through short. Blocked by that Molotov. Gina not sure if he should push that one. Good decision to just move back. And there the short push comes. Gina's able to spot a lot of people. What a flash from Wisek. Gina finds 2.
The fact that he actually manages to find 2 in that short of a time with an M4 is quite impressive.
Now the push comes in. But it is not enough to actually take down Shanghai Masters, as they're looking very, very good so far on Dust 2. And they do send Washed Up into another, kind of like a Deagle semi-buy round. Canoe gets goes for the AK, but everyone else...
Actually quite an investment here for Washed Up still. Compound 1.7, Boron 1750, so... Yeah, Niox once again. AWP makes it work. And to me, so far, it looks like Washed Up is pretty much running against the wall here. Good find by Canoe, making it the double. This might be an opening here. Finally in round number 6. They are a man up, but obviously still far behind when it comes to equipment.
Yeah, Gina
If they can't play the numbers right, they might just scrape away around here.
Rulon able to take long control, at least by a bit. Has not cleared the pit yet, so he's very aware of that one. Gina's still able to have a look at short, and he gets that AK. That's an important frag.
Okay, already salvaged, but Gina should be in a prime position really to deal with Boro as soon as that smoke starts to fade. There we go. Boro not even waiting for that, moves through it. Hoping that Gina had fallen back until then. Wasn't the case, and now, well, do they get the bomb planted? 3v2 after plant positions, not really looking too good here. Rulon knows that, obviously. Tries to find a fight, and they actually make it work, bringing it into a 1v1. And Rulon with the Deagle once again actually makes it work. This man is a force of nature.
Yeah, very true. I was asking myself why he's actually taking the fight on long against the op, but I guess, I mean, if you hit
Well,
like
you
that,
did
then...
get the answer pretty much
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
So...
Guess there's no reason not to. Fast A long push, and this time it works out. Boro and Rulon get the entries. And now 4T's pushing towards A. That push through the smoke does not work out. Boro gets another one.
There's like somehow around the edge of the smoke actually even still able to find one. Molotov not gonna do anything. Gets extinguished in the smoke. Flash goes out. Short window of opportunity to cross, and both players spotted. Tees should be able to deal with that quite handily. And Shanghai Masters realize, so they will fall back towards the B bomb site. Make sure they keep that armament for the upcoming round. As washed up already actually starts to encircle them. Locked in tunnels. It is Rulon already waiting for them in T-spawn. Finds the first one, second one.
Oh, nice one by Wisek.
Yeah, gets a trade and that buys him at least a chance, but not instantly going for the safe round through T-spawn. Well, semi-safe round, I think there was one coming up a little bit delayed as well. At Warshop, making it 2. And just like that, forcing Shanghai Masters onto pretty much a full save round. Vizek the only one to even invest in the Deagle.
Oh, Chino actually went for a scout as well, no?
Oh, okay.
Well, he's not really connecting the shots so far. Finally gets the first headshot. Looking for a lucky wallbang, but so far it's not working out.
And with the agility still on watch up, they should be able to buy a couple of more seconds here before the retake attempt could come in if there even was one. Not looking likely. Exit frags is the name of the game. Vizek and Nyox set up in tunnels. While China probably will keep an eye on mid from car. There we go, Nyox gets rewarded with an AK. China even finding ruler. Now it's getting weird.
Yeah, they have very good positions actually to go for these exit frags. Compe as well as Studi take that weapon back, and so there's no real gain for Shanghai Masters. And since China as well as Bernini went for kind of like a force buy last round, it is another eco actually for the Shanghai Masters.
Look at that. As if they try to avoid each other. Shanghai Masters gamble towards B. Washed up initially at least. Full on taking a long control. And Nyox this time around. His time to shine with the Deagle. Cannot connect onto Compe, leaving us in a 2v2. And SM on a pretty fast flank. Might even pass that Molotov if he's quick enough. Not being hurt by the T's, and they don't turn around. Easy pickings for him coming through double doors. And
Nice
just like
move
that,
by
Shanghai
him.
Masters once again keep running from washed up. Score-wise, 6-3 now, leading on the CT side.
Scout
And
as well
washed
as an
up.
op now.
Interesting buy to the on the AWP. Boro only scout to play with. Could have been 5 AKs. Apparently the AWP carrying more hope for a round win in the eyes of washed up.
Slow approach once again. I washed up, just taking control of all the areas. Waiting if any CTs there to actually push in. China gets the first one. Dudi as well as Canoe return those. With a cold step B bomb site. 3v3. Now the push through short comes in. Boro.
AWP is still waiting on long. Boro deals with Nyox that immediately. Scout shot to the head. Makes it a 2v2, and 3 of the 4 players do have scoped weapons in hand. Only Chino with an assault rifle. M4 comes through long, finds the first one. To the last man standing, AWP in hand. He's about to get pincered, spots Vizek, but cannot connect quick enough. And China apparently wants to die to the Molotov. What?
Good move actually by Wisik there. Buying time. All he needed to do is stay alive right there for China to actually move in through long. That's what he did, and with that, Shanghai Masters go up to 7. As the scorelines kind of like are flipped around compared to the Nuke right now. Shanghai Masters looking very good. And Washtop still kind of testing the waters, seeing what works and what doesn't. And so far, most of the stuff they do not work compared to actually something that works.
Once again though, Boro, lone man going out mid, losing the initial duel. It's just way too often that Shanghai Masters get free picks and nobody really around from Washed Up to keep on fighting, going for trades. Quite often we also see action going down on one side of the map and another one gets picked off, trying to kind of outflank the CTs. Niox, good find. Over the top of the smoke, finds Compet. And just like that, it's going to be Judy versus the world.
Finds Niox, but
first one dealt with.
I mean, he does have the bomb, and now it kind of like depends on Skyman or if he's able to lock down that B bomb site or if Duty finds another entry. Bernini gathers a lot of information on top mid.
If it does, that certainly would mean a bomb plant. With that whiff shot though, it's going to be a bit of a rough one. In short, it's not going to happen, and Shanghai Masters sitting pretty on 8 already, going into round number 12.
Very strong CT side so far from Shanghai Masters. Washed Up once again in kind of like a force buy-ish thing, semi-buy with a couple of deagles. Little bit of utility, but so far this didn't really work out. And it looks like it's once again China who will be challenged at some point towards short, but he makes a good move together with Niox actually. Niox just kind of baiting for him. I guess once he did his shot, we'll be able to flash in for Chino. And that nade is beautiful. Niox gets the first frag. Bernini finds Rulon as well.
Canoe almost makes it complete. Finds the frag on China. 3v3, here we go. Rotation are coming in for CTs. And Canoe makes it work the second time. And could even hit the timing. Onto Sam indeed does so. That's going to be clear A side. Last player has been spotted down in CT. No real need to keep on fighting. Bomb plant is coming through, and that should be pretty much a done deal. Vizek should really not be allowed way back into this round.
I'd fight one player. Knows where 2 are right now, but Duty is too fast with the deagle. Round number 4 for Washed Up, and a chance for them to actually bring something back on the T side as Shanghai Masters looking not all too good with their money.
It certainly is what you would call a fool's buy. And Zabel is stacked in a lower tunnel.
Love it.
Tries to check it, but 2 players have been found. And this time around, it is going to be a difficult task to recover that bomb. Rulon, good find on China. Puts the Molotov down.
2v2
would
still.
allow the T's to actually pick up the bomb, but Canoe and Rulon still creeping closer and closer. Looks as if Canoe wants to flank from upper tunnels. Certainly a possibility the Shanghai Masters needs to have in their mind.
Oh, and Rulon finds the 1v1. That is just Skymanor left, and That
this
reload.
is the moment. This is the moment for Canute. Pounce gets deleted instantly though. And Rulo cannot find the last frag either. It is going to be once again the Shanghai Masters. Scraping away with a round win.
I just love the fact with the Dust 2 changes, you're allowed to actually sneak in lower. Way more easily than before. And do moves like these. What a round by Wisek. And just like that, the money situation has turned around, but Duty is not impressed by that one. Gets 2.
Still 2 players close by.
Oh, that flash could be beautiful. Gets 2. Also finds the frags. And now it is just Duty left against 2. He finds Wisek, but is it enough in the end to bring that round back? Alright. Alright, Duty.
How in the world are you taking this? Come on. He was fully blind for at least 1.5 up to 2 seconds. With a couple of shots, and Panini somehow still managed to not kill him.
I mean, I think he was flashed or partially flashed as well. Might be a reason.
Ah, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Still though, Duty...
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Anything
yeah,
else
we
would
should
be
probably.
weird.
Still do the very nice reactions and instincts actually to get that frag. Now, during that last round, it is all washed
Goro.
up.
We saw that. Nice spray control. That's not too easy. And washed up somehow still making this a somewhat decent half. At least 6 rounds they can gather on the T side. But still, Shanghai Masters obviously 3-round lead on 9. Sitting pretty going into the second half, really.
Yeah, what a round by, or what a game by Wisek so far. 21 frags already. He's been absolutely brilliant on Dust 2 so far. And once again, the pistol round will be so important for both teams actually. Duty waiting for the cross, spots 2 players. And also goes for the fight. There's no one at the... Oh, never mind, there's one guy at the B-bomb side.
Sitting back at that. Nice Canoe.
Good flash. Comp needs to move back, but the T's do not decide to push out
Oh,
yet.
look at top of mid. Look at top of mid. Ah, Rulon wanted too much. At least had 3 players in front of him.
Still a very slow round. Now the short push comes in. 5v4. Chino leads the charge, and what a headshot by him. Gets 2.
Goodness.
And Bernini with the lurk through A long. Ah, yeah. I mean, I guess they got washed up. Kanu gets one back. I saw your reaction on the cam, it was priceless. Kanu gets a second one actually.
Bruh.
Still against 3.
I'm still trying to. No, man.
Actually finds another one. Kanu is clutching it right now as we're just laughing. Gets a third. And finally...
Well, he's not going to win the round, but if he can land another headshot.
No. Oh, he actually gets the frag.
Just about before dying makes it an ace.
Alright.
Couple of nice shots.
Yeah. As Shanghai Masters do go to double digits, 10-6. They do win the pistol round, so they are facing actually a force by the CTs right now. So very important round, even more so than the pistol before, as Rulon finds the first frag, and that's a free weapon for him. Never mind.
Good position, MP9. Probably one of the very, very few positions where you can make it work. And that's too aggressive, Boro. You should
That
know
was
better.
nasty by Niox.
That was in a 4v2 situation. Alright. At least Duty rectifies that situation. Makes it a 3v1 once again. With the scout in hand, shouldn't really be possible, as basically in whatever direction he will start to move, there will be a CT waiting. Not expecting that, he backs up into T-spawn and there's Canoe.
And with that round, actually, we're looking at a very, very close game. Given Washed Up will be able to convert the anti-eco. Past a long push, let's see if Washed Up can actually hold against it, and Rulon says yes. That's an easy one for him. To deal with that.
And Bernini with a lucky punch through the door. Takes him down.
Canoe gets Niox. And China gets Boro, but... Meow!
Okay. I like how he deliberately went for another one tap. First one was sick, not gonna lie.
That one was insane, but Wizek actually. Oh, hello!
Okay.
Hello.
Comfy doesn't want to throw that away.
And Wizek...
Backs down, there we go. Spots him over the top of the wall. Lovely shots by Wizek and Rulon.
Yeah, the AK1 tap was very cool, but then Wizek was like, you know what? I'm gonna show you how it's done.
I can do that, dude. Don't even need an AK. Then again, you know, Deagle, pretty much a pocket AK.
True. True. Semi-automatic AK. There we go.
Compe just spotted. At least one player jumping out long door. And
beautiful.
Rulon Compe. Clean up duty, but Compe smacks. Another one.
Rulon is just picking up all the weapons. There we go. Canoe jumps in and gets the last one. 10-9. And finally, Shanghai Masters will be able to buy up. Not with full utility, but it's still kind of like a decent buy. And given it's dust 2, you can work off of those.
It can certainly be enough. No doubt about it. Rulon Molotov towards top of mid. Going a mid push potential. Bernini finding Boro through the smoke.
That's like the third kill he gets like that through a smoke.
Bit of a lucky punch. Niox ready with the AWP top mid.
Very good run so far by Shanghai Masters. Able to get the first 2 picks. Now it will be a game of waiting for the mistakes. That's what they do, and all of a sudden it is just Compe left. As he gets taken out by Niox as well. Shanghai Masters on 11.
Just as it looked as if Washed Up are starting to get a hold of the game here. They are already struggling again economy-wise. Scout and MP9 for Rulon and Compe. As Niox is ready for the re-peak.
3 players towards me.
How to
That's
be
an easy
tested.
one.
Wrong
Yeah.
position. And that should probably be already a safe for the CTs. One man still sitting in T's.
That has to be a save. There's no way Boro and Duty will attempt this.
No, certainly not.
There we go, taking the exits. Trying to save their weapons. Just like that, Shanghai Masters move up to 12. And I wonder if Washed Up actually go for another force spike, given if they are able to save both of the M4s.
Probably
The
really
possibility.
shouldn't.
No, they probably
Round
shouldn't.
difference
But
right now. 3 rounds. It's not too terrible that you couldn't work your way back just yet. Even though we are starting to close in on the end of this match here. But apparently they do agree.
yeah, and Shanghai Masters with the perfect move. Going through A
I like
long.
that.
Yeah.
Washed up. They have 5 players here.
Ah, Canoe gets the first one. Ooh. It's the second one low. Rulon gets the kill. Compa gets one as well, and somehow it is just Niox left all of a sudden.
That was a nice stack.
Yeah.
Definitely worked out brilliantly. Now, not peeking long, obviously, it should be, well, pretty much a no-brainer. Nike's doing whatever he can to bait out a peek. Stepping, smoking, trying to force them to get antsy.
And both of the M4s are still in the hands of alive players for washed up, so it will be even harder than we thought.
Yeah, it'll...
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Boro. We'll find him. I was about to say it is going to be the ESP players' sort of job to bait out the initial fight, and the M4s obviously to swoop in and secure the round, but I guess Boro's having a different view.
And I'm not sure if he spotted that player. Yes, he did. Does half a damage with that nade, actually. Not all too much. And nothing else happening towards Tunnel. Skymanor plays with fire. As everyone else from Shanghai Masters is just waiting right now.
And Washed Up starting to progress towards short. Trying to find the right timing. Actually boost it up. Oh, I believe, but in the meantime, the terrorists are making their way onto the B side. 2 players still here. Canoe cannot connect his spray. Finally finds actually 2 players in tunnels.
Gets roasted though. Oh, Bernini with another important frag. And now, with that B bomb site in control, this looks to be a winnable round.
Smoke and 2 flashes still at the disposal of the CG, so a retake is absolutely possible. Especially with Compa finding Bernini through the smoke here. And Boro deals with Gina in the back of sight, and that's going to be another round for Washed Up. And only 1 round now separating the 2 teams. 12 to 11. Shanghai Masters just barely still holding on to a lead.
Kind of a strange money situation on their side right now. They do decide to go for a semi-buy. As only 4 players would have been able to buy an AK, so going
So I like that, no
safe
problem.
route. Yeah.
Really all that Washed Up can do in this round.
Oh, good
would be
flash.
to draw even.
Rulon in the end wins the fight. Very important fight, but the B bomb site has been occupied by Shanghai Masters, and a plant would be absolutely brilliant. Canoe gets one.
Neat little Molotov onto the default plant spot. And JK's here. Clean up the stragglers. And there we go, Washed Up. They do equalize, 12 to 12. Obviously, Shanghai Masters back on to a buy round. AWP in play as well for the terrorists.
Yeah, and Canoe really stepping up his game. 29 frags right now. And once again, they try to challenge him on the bomb site. Niox
Time
gets the
and
frag.
time again, he is finding entries. Left, right, and center, all over the place. This time, they weren't too careful on the B side, and Canoe will pay with his life.
Like those flash drops. Been seeing these quite a few times already on the side of Shanghai Masters. Duty gets one, able to smoke off the doors.
Neat little off angle.
Finds
Walks into
more.
another fight, spots the third one. Help should be right around the corner, but somehow Compe cannot convert and runs back right into the hands of Gina. Leaving it all to do for Rulon and Boro.
But that was weak, Niox. You gotta work. Gotta work on your abs there.
Not looking too good for washed up there. Shanghai Masters in decent positions.
Rulon baits out the shot. Gets it.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's in the end, finally connects. Boro good for one, but that's all he's gonna get. Now it's just too solid with the AWP. Once again, 4 kills in this round alone. Putting himself on 26 kills already.
Still another easy buy for washed up. The Shanghai Masters, they do need to convert that one right now. Go up to 14 otherwise. Their money situation might look very bad actually. I'm not sure. Alright, there we go. Push through short by Bernini coming in. 2 players on short right now. Not
Canoe
being
easily
challenged.
Could hear them move up onto short. Therefore we will see 3 CTs sticking around on the A side, at least for now. And Canoe obviously is still in a very close proximity here towards mid door.
Oh, that Molotov does
Actually,
not
does
catch
not
the mid
spread to
player.
him.
Yeah. Interesting.
So he's allowed to stick around. Obviously that Molotov was intended to clear him out of that position for good. Not happening, and Shanghai Masters start to converge here towards A long. Where Rulon is about to get challenged. Pop flash goes out. And wide in the open he will be found.
30 seconds left, so Shanghai Masters needs to turn up the pace. What an important frag
Massive
once
frag,
again
yeah.
by Wisek.
That was big. Compo with the sneaky play into the smoke he goes. Finds one, finds the second one. Bernini deals with him, and with that kill from Wizek, it is all done and over. 1v3, most likely not happening.
Yeah, do deal with just 2 flashes, no kit as well, so... Well, he's not deciding to back off just yet.
Be able to stay alive in CT spawn as well with his HP. Ooh, okay. Actually
Big
fancies
bunny
the
hop,
duel,
actually.
which is gonna put them quite in a predicament.
Yeah,
Yeah,
washed up
there we go. Not going
couple
for
of
force.
deagles, yeah. Going
So
for the draw.
They will allow Shanghai Masters to move up to 15. Except, of course, we would see some really crisp 1Ds.
Oh, we have seen those so far. Manor spots 2 players towards mid, actually. Does not connect, and Compe gets the entry. Not sure if Shanghai Masters are aware of 3 players towards mid right now. Doesn't
Bernini
look
steps
like it.
fast. Yeah, moves out, finds one.
Oh, that's
And finds a second
beautiful.
kill. Bernini doing a really good job here in mid.
Is it enough,
Awesome.
though?
Yeah, but so far, the terrorists not in. Oh. Duty had the chance. Make it a 3v1.
Ajax gets another one. Canoe versus Wisek now. Wisek is so low in HP. Misses the shot for once. And just like that, Canoe wins that anti-eco run for washed up. And this might actually be a
I'm going to be
tipping
blunt
point.
about it. That was not a round they had any business of winning. I believe it was Rulon with 2 deagle kills early on, though. Pretty much stopped them on their A long take. At least for a while. So yeah, well played by Washed Up, no doubt about it. Nicely done, and situation is somewhat reversed as Shanghai Masters now. Only pistols to play with. Decent amount of flashes though, so a fast B take might still work out.
Yeah, Canoe's
And I
been...
do like Canoe moving into the Humvee position. Should have quite a lot of players in front of him, only good for one though. Boro chimes in with the second one.
Oh, and Niox with the
Niox.
lurk. Gets
What
one.
a shot onto Boro. And even gets out of there alive as well. That's impressive, to say the least.
It's not easy to get those headshots, players with their backs turned against you, so...
And moving,
And moving.
just to make it a little bit harder still. Ooh, Rulon. Quick little angle, that's so weird to me.
Now the retake comes in. Duty is still aware of a player that was in mid. Niox gets another one with Deagle. And a third, actually. 1v1. Is there enough time? I think
Could
there
be
is.
just about.
Yeah, easy,
there we go.
actually. Yeah.
On the back
There we
of
go.
combat, 1v1 win. We will move back into a tie situation, 14-14 now. Will one of the two teams be able to string together 2 rounds consecutively? That would mean the map win on us too. Otherwise, we will go into OT. And would you look at that? What started off as a very one-sided affair, really, for the Shanghai Masters. Turned out to be a pretty competitive map here. On the old and trusty Dust 2. But Washed Up certainly have to work hard to get back into this position. Niox gets allowed a second chance by Duty.
Oh, but Rulon might find the timing here on a long. Never mind. Bernini takes him out. That's such an important frag.
Yeah, Bernini too ready for that. Oh, and actually, Boro let him pass. This might be the round-winning play.
Easy 2 kills for Boro. Knows where a third one is. Backs off, which is actually really clever. He stays alive.
Yeah, ducks out of there. And neither Niox nor SM actually in any position to help Bernini here on long. Secures the bomb for now.
Yeah, Bernini's cut off
CTs
from
are
his team.
starting to move now as well.
Yeah.
And this timing is going to be massive.
Skymanor gets Boro, but is he aware of the second player compa that is?
Probably not.
No. Well, he kind of was, but compa was too fast. Niox with an important frag through the wall. The bomb is actually making its way towards the A bomb side.
Even tagging Compe. Down to 22 HP. There was a slight chance for a while. But in all honesty, I don't really see Compe win this. Especially not with Niox still on the AWP on long.
Knows where he is now.
This probably was the chance. Actually, he's gifted a second one. This is starting to get really weird. Okay, finally he'll finish it.
Single map round for Shanghai Masters. Washed Up. Not looking all too good when it comes to weaponry. But did it really matter so far during this map?
Battle between Nargs and Canoe for the KDs, both on 33 frags already. And obviously Washed Up now. really need a bit of a gamble to pay off to save themselves overtime. Otherwise, Shanghai Masters, if they can convert this last anti-force buy, it'll be a 1-1 split between those two teams for the night.
They do have A-long control. 4 players around there. It is just Wisek in top mid right now. Waiting for any pushes. There we go. Is a straight A execute through long. 1 player
No
on
time
site.
really for a gamble stack. They are trying to keep control over short, so give themselves a bit of a retake chance, but LD cleanup on the side. Gina once again with 2 really crisp entries.
Oh, the bomb.
I'm
Yeah.
calling it right now. This is going to be it. With
Good
another one.
refrag. Gina
Second
gets one
one,
as well.
and
There we
Gina,
go.
the last one. There we go. It is going to be indeed a 1-1 split.
Yeah.
Not as you would expect it, though. Both teams winning their opponent's map pick, which is not too uncommon. Not gonna lie. But certainly a very interesting second map. Nuke not quite so tense, I guess, overall. But Dust 2 certainly with a couple of really, really nice highlight plays here and there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good map pick, or good, how do you say it? Good return? Good comeback, actually, from Shanghai Masters after that nuke game. I was looking for that word. Oh my
Honestly
lord.
waiting
Yeah, I
super
was like,
tense for what you
like,
are looking
huh?
for. Okay,
Yeah,
comeback it was.
it
Fair
was.
enough.
It wasn't that tense
Fair
in
enough,
the
fair
end.
enough.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess they can be happy about it, especially after that nuke game where they had not really a chance at any time.
Not really, but then again, 2 of their players significantly underperformed. So there's that. If 5 players would have been kind of shooting straight, then it might have gone quite differently, honestly. And Shanghai Masters certainly had the chance tonight to go 2-0.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. On the other hand, obviously washed up as well. It was very close on Dust 2 in the end.
Yeah, true.
Some rounds here and there, some anti-eco rounds, which in the end kind of like made the difference for, or could have made the difference actually for both teams. So yeah, looking forward to the playoffs actually. Probably won't help either of those teams. So don't think they're also happy about that result.
No, not quite.
But that's fine.
Yeah, that's that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Can't win them all, obviously, and certainly quite rough, really, for Washed Up to fight back so strongly on Dust 2 just to give it up in the last 2 rounds, really. But then again, certainly a well-deserved map win for Shanghai Masters as well on Dust 2. They really, really started off super strong and at least somehow managed to bring themselves in a situation to actually bring it over the line in the end. So, yeah, nice showing, well played. And certainly looking forward to see more from the Shanghai Masters and well, I guess from the guys from Washed Up as well. After all, really entertaining and super good players.
Yeah, that kind of sums it up, the whole thing. We do split with 1-1. That has been it more or less for this week's cast. Tune in next week again, actually, for the next match. I'm not sure about which match we will be casting, but you can always hit that follow button, go on Twitter, Instagram, etc., and follow Esports League CH. With that, guess it's time to close it off. Kairos, any last famous words?
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Had a blast. It was a pleasure. Certainly a little bit later tonight, but we do what we can, and obviously all the players need to find time to make it onto the server as well. And yeah, well, it was a cool matchup really between those two teams. Quite poggy, not gonna lie, but then again, that's pretty much always some guarantee for quite an entertaining and action-packed map or round of Counter-Strike. So I had a really, really good time. It was a pleasure finally to cast with you again after a bit of a hiatus from my side. And yeah, looking forward to next time.
Yeah, that has been it, guys. Have a great night and see you again next week. Bye bye.